Tell your friends. Tell your friends about Hooks and Ladders, but also about songstudio.ca. You can get all kinds of information about songwriting, tips, and all kinds of stuff. Anyway, like, follow, and subscribe. That's what we need. That's what you need.
Hey, welcome to Hooks and Ladders. What you're about to see is part of what we did at the SongStudio workshop in Toronto in July 2022. There'll be lots more to see. We're just going to roll it out a little bit at a time. So sit back and enjoy. And if you want to know more about SongStudio, visit www.songstudio.ca and check us out. Enjoy.
I composed 2 songs for this theater show called Dear Woman. And Dear Woman was a 1-woman show, and it went to Edinburgh. And Edinburgh is like the top theater place to like showcase your show, The Fringe. Okay, you could Google that, it will come up. Okay, so there's like 5,000 shows playing in Edinburgh. And I got to stage manage. I ended up being a stage manager for this program. My partner at the time, she was the main character, and it was a 1-woman show. So, and it was with Article 11, who is an Indigenous theater company in Treaty 7, which is Calgary. Okay, so it was 4 of us traveling around this show. And I learned, so I was never I never went to school for stage management, but they asked me to do it, and I said, okay, yeah, I'm a dry sponge, man. Let me in there. I will, like, you show me once, I'm a quick learn. And they did. So I was calling this show in Edinburgh. It ended up getting an award, and there's only 20 awards that get handed out of the 5,000, and we got one of them. It's a brilliant, beautiful show showcasing our murdered and missing Indigenous women here. And it's fucking awesome. It's so rank. It's so awesome. It's so brutal. It's so beautiful. It's so awful. You know, it's all the things. So from that experience, and as an independent Indigenous woman, I had to advocate. I said, okay, well, if you want me to do that for you, can you get me 5 shows for me out there? Mm-hmm. Eh? And they said yes. So when I went out there, I was able to perform as well, and also stage manage this production. And so my music's playing over in Europe, and that we went all over the world, and I had the same concept, same kind of deal. Hey, if you want me to do this, you get me 5 shows. Okay. So we went to Australia, New Zealand. You know, just before the pandemic, we were going to be going all over the world again to travel that, but it all got canceled, which is like a blessing in disguise because so many other things opened up. So the National Arts Center, they emailed me and were like, hey, we want you to come and do this stage management apprenticeship program. Well, all right, sign me up. I want to be involved in that because I have no clue how to stage manage. I just did what I was told pretty much. But they seen something in me that they want to bring me to the National Arts Center and train me as a stage manager. So this is why I love the show. I love the show, man. Like it's there's so many awesome things that can happen to make a show so amazing. And that just it's just evolutionary for me because the more I can learn, the more I can bring back to my community. What I eventually want to do, and this is a dream, is set up this thing called the ACE Foundation. And the ACE Foundation is the acronym for that is Arts, Community, and Entertainment Foundation for Six Nations members. That's where I'm from. That's my reserve. And we don't have like copious amount of support. It all usually goes to sports, education, arts is way the hell down here. That ain't even on the priority list. But there's people there, like when I come out here into like the real world, all I hear is like, oh, Six Nations is so talented, but they don't know what to do with it. I do. I know what to do with it. So I want to bring that back. I want to develop.
For Lacey Hill, yeah.
Yes. And then so if I'm trained in all the areas, I can then help my community to become trained and then also provide a foundation of support for them so that when they're out here, they know where they're from. Their sense of belonging isn't shaky. So when you have a sense of belonging and a sense of support and a stability sense in you, you bring it out to where you're at. And it comes out in your performance. It comes out in how you treat people. This industry is crazy when it comes to lateral violence.
Yeah.
When it comes to substance abuse. When it comes to, and these are all external effects of their internal conversation with themselves. So when you get out there, you're tested, and you got to be ready for those tests, and you better make a right choice, because as an Indigenous woman in the arts, if you fuck up once, man, you lose so much in that one bad decision. It's not even worth it. So you gotta be prime. You gotta be top shelf. You gotta be this, and this. You gotta be so much more than the average.
Have you always been this
person.
fierce? or no? I mean, I ask that with seriousness, in fact. Or did you come to a realization of your power at a certain age, or in your memory, have you always been this fierce?
I think I've been just like my own thing, yeah. My own thing. Never really, fit in, but always fit in. But you know what I mean? I'm just kind of like where I grew up, there's like, I got bullied from Native people because my skin's lighter, but I got bullied from non-Native people because it was too dark. So I got it all, man. I got it all. I've experienced some really rank shit, like really traumatic stuff. Like, I'm so grateful to friggin' be here. And I think that's why I'm able to have these interviews and to talk about it, because a lot of people aren't willing to talk about it. I'll bawl my eyes out to tell you my story just for a connection with one of you. I will do that because we are humans, man. We're meant to connect. And I think with this pandemic and stuff, it's like that's a huge step backwards in a sense of connection with other people, but a huge step forward in connection with ourselves because we've had this time. So asking ourselves deeper questions that might shake you is a good thing. It's a test. It's an ability. And I swear, if you practice having a good heart and a good mind, that will come out. You are what you practice. You are what you every day. So what are you practicing? What is your conversation in your mind with yourself? Is it a positive one? Is it a negative one? I don't know whether you guys do drugs or not, but jokes. But I'm gonna give you an example. So mushrooms, fungus, shrooms. I've taken shrooms and I've had a great time, but the next day I can see clearer. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know what that fungus is, what's going on with that. But when you see clearer, you're obviously having a different kind of perception. And this is like the next day. This isn't even during, the session. This is like, it affects you in a different way. And it makes you see things clearly. And I'm not promoting drugs, okay? But I'm just giving you an example of that's how the universe shows up for you. You see things like that, like clearly like that. It's like a magic. And when you and a universe are cohesion, like there's a cohesion there. There's a thing that we don't talk about. We talk about the physical all the time. We talk about the mental all the time. But there's emotional and there's spiritual. There's 4 sectors that I like to hang out in, and each one of them are like 25%. Mm-hmm. So if you're neglecting, that spiritual side or that emotional side of yourself, it's going to become unbalanced. So we have to be in check with ourselves. That's why I ask you, what is your inner dialogue to yourself? Is it when you wake up, oh, fuck, man, this life again? If you're thinking like that, man, you should take my business card, because we need to change that, because this life is so profound in such a way that you will want to wake up and you can't wait to see what the universe has for you today. Because when you wake up every day, that means you're not done. That means you're not done. That means you got some fucking work to do. Get out of your head. Stop making these excuses. No more whining, man. Like, stop whining. Be pushed. You're either pushed or pulled in life. And that's your decision.
I see a group of songwriters in this. There's some note-taking here. Oh, there's a title for a song. I feel this. I'm going to write this.
This is called Love Wins, and this is the song I composed for a dear woman. Sunrise, can you feel the warmth upon your skin? Close your eyes. Can you feel the wind? She's got your back. It's amazing to feel like that. Love wins when you're right by my side. Yes, it does. Love wins when I got my ride or die. Together we're tied. It's amazing to feel like that. Love wins when you're right by my side. Love wins when I got my ride or die. Together we're tied. It's amazing to feel like that. Love wins. Love wins. Love wins. Love wins.
Beautiful.
Thanks.
Beautiful.
Thank you. But you can see where I don't really fit in, like, oh, there's this all in there. You know what I mean? Like, I don't fit the standard songwriting structure just because it's a structure. Art has no boundaries. When it comes to singing and songwriting, you could really do anything. These things are just here to help give you a place to start. Once you know those things, those are just basics. You could do whatever you want, but as long as that feeling is there, as long as the heart is there, that's what makes a good song good.
We hope you've enjoyed this little taste of the SongStudio workshop in Toronto in July 2022. Stay tuned for more.